I had no idea it was so easy. It's like the guy he's done. Like, look at that. He was like, you know what? I don't. First of all, I was a child. First of all, a child. Just push him. I mean, if an old man or a child comes near you, push him. Right? All right, now we're getting into a little bit of fantasy here. So here comes here comes Fantasy Island. Okay, not sure what's going on here, but it's a little sexual, and this person has no expression, and they're pale. Oh man. Take it down a couple notches. Sorry, guys, if that was too loud for you. This is one of my favorites here. This is one of my absolute favorites, and it was right up, right up front. So I'm not sure what these people are studying, or if they spend their days just so. Once this happens, right? Let's say like the black belt is teaching. I'm sorry, the guy that teaches the shirt is teaching the guy in the black belt. Once you figure this out and you do it, like, do you just go home, or do you just like break and drink tea? Because like, look what happens here. Dude, that was fucking awesome. The guy just stopped. He just took it. He just took it away. He just took it away from him. Watch. He just like I didn't even know that was that simple. Like, guys, please check these people out. I've been doing it wrong. I've been waiting to get attacked with a knife, and this guy right here is just gonna say no, no, no. I don't want that. No, let me get that, and let me just walk away. And that guy's gonna stand there because that's it. That's how that happens. Yeah, just touch the knife. Let's go ahead and touch the knife. Oh my god. Did you see that smooth ass move? Did you see that smooth ass move? Hold up, you gotta go back. Look at this, bro. Dude doesn't have to look at that. He was like, no, I don't want to be shot today. I will move to my left. That's instant death right there. This is and this is all well and good until no. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just swipe it back. And hopefully he's shooting at that same time, so he shoots his own heart. Um it's all fun and games already. I have to stop and say this, but like it's all fun and games until you think that you can do these things, or you have some kind of an invincibility, right? And there's a whole lot of memes out there with like, somebody trying to do this and then immediately they're in heaven. And they're amazing, but like it's true. At what point do you think that these things are going to be effective in the street? Like, you can't just like go towards a shotgun, move it to the left without getting half your shoulder blown off or your neck. So this is when we start instilling like fantasy, where you think you're something you're not. And soon we're going to look at some guys who have never been punched in the face, but they're grandmasters, which is incredible. So imagine that you're a grandmaster, you're revered, you have schools in your name. You probably have your own fighting style, but you've never been punched in the face. And I'll prove it to you really soon. Oh, poor guy. He's going at it. All right, let's get into. All right, so as I promised, we would do some dim mock. So this is the pressure point stuff that I was talking about, right? The dim mock, the pressure based on the acupuncture of ancient Chinese origin, right? This is George Dillman, and he is the original snake oil salesman here. At one point, I'm sure he was a good karate guy. I'm sure he was a fantastic martial artist. He trained with, and he actually trained Bruce Lee. That's documented. Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali, and I believe he was his bodyguard as well. But somewhere along the way, it wasn't enough to be like, a ninth Dan in whatever you're doing. It's already to a certain point where, like, if your name is WWW in the back of your gi, you've already sold out to the Matrix. So this guy back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, I'm sure was an absolute badass. But as you start looking like this guy, you know, uh, a couple, maybe some diabetes, a little bit too many, too many pies. I'm not one to talk, but if you're a karate guy and that's like your claim to fame, you got to keep it up, George. But so National Geographic actually came, and talk about delusions of grandeur. National Geographic actually came to his dojo and he accepted, and he is famed for the Dim Mak pressure knockout, right? Just right. He can hit you in the neck, a couple different places. And then he can also do the no touch, which is, I mean, that's the icing on the cake, right? So George kind of grew into a snake oil salesman when he started doing Hadoukens, right? Hadoukens, if you guys don't play Street Fighter, is an entire ball of energy that you're putting together of chi, and you're basically shooting a big, I don't know, fireball, for lack of a better word, an energy ball. And some people claim to be knocked out by this. So let's take a couple of ganders at what this guy actually looks like when he's doing things. He's cut ice, but there he is with a bunch of the Delphonics and a bunch of people. Like I said, Muhammad Ali. He's also been in with the Bruce Lee. Now, these people aren't around to tell us what he was like or if this is some real shit, but he was there. So he's knocking people out left and right, right? And then he like gets people up. So the claim is, what I'm realizing with these people is that they get you up after they like knock you out. They get you up, almost like, oh, we have to get him back like together within 30 seconds before we lose him or whatever. So there's always like a stakes where it's like, oh, I overheard him, and then the shift is that the focus is then shifted to the guy on the floor, not so much that what did you do, right? So I think it's also pretty gross that he's like showing these things. If he's showing that to a kid, that's pretty weird. But let's take a look at a little bit later in life when George. So National Geographic comes to his dojo, and he allows this to happen. There it is. And he gets a couple of his students to do these no-touch knockouts. Do you see that? Like, so this is ridiculous. Imagine being a layman and coming in, or just a skeptic, or just someone who's never seen this before, and you're thinking it's going to be more like traditional disciplines of martial arts, and suddenly you have people twirling themselves into positions into chi balls because they got hit with energy beams. Again, see? So, and also I think these are more like sucker punches than they are like actual knockouts. Is there some truth to it? Yeah. But the way this happens is not like through a sheet. This guy convulsing, that's ridiculous. All these people, this is the definition of bullshito. And then this gentleman is a National Geographic representative, and he said, go ahead and do it to me. So after doing it a bunch of times to the students and doing that, he attempted to do it to the guy from National Geographic, and he could not do it. He could not do it. And here he's explaining. Actually, I'll let him explain in his own words.
Can also nullify it.
Out of everyone. Here
we go.
Shocker. The best part of this whole TV show.
Nullify it. Yeah, you can nullify it. You can nullify a lot of things done to you. In fact, you can nullify them if you raise those two big toes.
If you raise your two big toes, you can nullify being knocked out. And in the same breath, these people say, yes, you can absolutely, if you were asked, hey, should I enroll my kid here because I want him to learn self-defense? Will he be able to use some of these techniques in the field? Yeah, of course. No. If one guy has a, one toe up and toe down, then, and he actually says this, if they're a non-believer, okay? Let's see. What do you got, Dave? This is crazy shit. Those dudes are badass. yeah, they're really badass, dude. Yeah, they're so badass. Watch this. So George actually
give Dillman the benefit of the doubt again and say that he has chi powers and that all of the things that he teaches are 100% true.
Right.
What good is any of it if all the other person needs to do is have his tongue in the wrong place or his toes twisted or whatever dumb shit he was going on about? This was the final nail in the coffin for George, and he became the laughing...
Yeah, absolute laughingstock. Like this guy goes on to say, absolute laughingstock of the entire martial arts world. He was actually like instructor of the year in like 1980 or something like that, like by Black Belt magazine, which is like the highest honor. Cool. But then you turn into www.fuckingdipshit.com and you're selling your stupid ass wares and promising people that they can do no touch knockouts. Let's see. Let's stay with no touch. This is a gentleman who's 65 years old. His name escapes me. It will probably escape you too, so don't worry about it. So this gentleman is a no-touch master. Now, he believes, again, that chi flows through him, that he's able to take people and manipulate them in the air, manipulate their body to make them do whatever they want. Once you get to this level, of course, I mean, it's got to be a bit like Scientology where you're like OT7, OT8, and then there's a whole like, set like, no, there's 3 more steps, and it's going to take you 15 more years. So I could see that happening, but this is one of the most egregious ones, I think. And I also made a YouTube short about this. This is fucking hilarious. So I promise to play this. The people going through this, again, I ask you, if you want to let me know in the comments, what is this? Did these people drink the Kool-Aid? Are they easily manipulated? Is it a cult? Are you trying to get ahead? Like, what's the deal? I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit of this on you. And we'll look at this a little bit more in depth in a moment, but these martial arts are very, very important to national cohesion in China. So these are very, very ancient. I mean, the United States has been around for several hundred years, but they've been around for thousands and thousands of years. So they feel a special bond to like their ancient culture. So they've tried to bring this into the now. And, obviously with everything going on with like, let me see you in the octagon, that's when the real shit goes down. So a lot of it is going to be unmasked. That's the word, unmasked. So check this out. No. 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 Oh my God. That one, he's like, oh God, I'm trying, Sensei, but you're so powerful. Oh, that guy got the double whammy. He's like, you're no good. You get out of here. I like how he's almost like paint the fence, like, get the fuck out of here. He's doing one of these, like, get the fuck out of here. And he just, he's like, I have to be very careful. I have very powerful chi. Get the fuck away from me hands. Okay, get out of here. Leave. Die. So, like everything in this cruel world, everything comes back around. So now, I remember I said about the masters that have never been punched in the face before. This is going to be the prime example. This hobbyist, really, not even a real fighter, if you will, like a prize fighter or anything like that. Certainly not on the level of a grandmaster. Yeah. So the 65-year-old grandmaster, before you think like, oh fuck, this guy's going to fight a 65-year-old guy, the guy put up $5,000 of his own money. So the grandmaster, the guy we just saw flipping guys in the dojo without touching anyone, right? A la Faith Healer, right? A la Benny Hinn, right, Sam? So that same guy put up $5,000 because he was slighted by this guy, and he was called out by saying, I don't think that you're You can actually do that to me. And this guy's about to get into an actual kerfuffle with this guy. And before you feel bad for the old guy, remember he's a grandmaster. He has many schools. People flip for him. He's got chi fingers. He's got energy balls. Okay, so he's got a lot going for him. Plus, $5,000 on the line. See how he's like putting his I paused it right at the spot. What happens here? Is the Grandmaster gonna fuck him up? Stay tuned in 5 seconds. No, but this form you've never seen in anyone that's about to like no Coliseum, no where people are actually about to fucking die, or it's like a blood sport. Like in if there was the Kumite with Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? Frank Dukes. If there was an actual Kumite, I promise you, no one's doing this. No one's doing the washy paint the fence. Right there. He got punched in the face. He's never been punched in the face before. No one's ever told him no. No one's ever gone against him. Who's going to really spar with this guy? He's like a 11 millionth Dan Grandmaster in his own fucking country. All right. So enough of that. Enough of that. He felt the bing bang right in his fucking head because that right there shows you he was down twice. He bleeds profusely. It's not cool. And again, I'm not advocating to fight a 65-year-old man. But if a 65-year-old man that has all these accolades that we just talked about, plus is putting up money, plus I think you are a snake oil salesman that could get people hurt, it's kind of a gallant thing to do, right? If not for just truth. That's going to segue me into something that is that times 5, because there's a guy named Zhu Xiaodong, right? There's several documentaries about him. I follow him on YouTube. He's a 40-something-year-old MMA fighter from China, and he was basically excommunicated from everything because since China is kind of a semi-communist country communist with capitalist tendencies, right? They're able to have a credit score or a social score where you can deny flights, they can deny you meals, housing, anything that could be tied to this social credit score, right? So I'm sure you've heard of it. So China is extremely proud of their Eastern martial arts, and what they want to do is perpetuate it. So, the kids have more of a nationalistic view of China, as they grow up, and using these ancient martial arts that are absolute bullshit. Let me back up. They're beautiful arts and they're fantastic for you, but Tai Chi is not going to be used in a fight. And we're going to prove that right now. So Zhu Xiaodong goes around China and he is challenging these bullshit masters. And it's really a sight to see. So this is Zhu Xiaodong here on the left. And they shame him. They make him wear clown makeup, which is in China blue and white. And they named him Winter Melon because he's kind of on the heavier side. So they do everything to slight him, to shame him, everything that you can do, right? But he perseveres. So this happens to be Wing Chun. So this person, his name is Ding Hao. And Ding Hao is very cocky. He went on social media. He was saying in very, very fast Chinese how he would quickly dispatch him, and he's not anything. He's not a good name for China. He's not good for the MMA. It's such a savage sport. He had everything you can imagine to say about the guy and more. So not only that, but he's also doxxed by people in these Tai Chi schools. So there's also a film of him getting like at the bottom of his hotel, bottom of his apartment, him actually being quarantined off by these like Tai Chi students, right? So it's physical, it's everything that can possibly happen to this guy. This guy's beaten down. But the one thing that this fucking guy does is get his revenge this way.
不许击打后脑，不许插眼，不许踢裆。好了，比赛开始了。哦。
All right, so he's fucking with him at this point. So this guy is all like, imagine a butterfly coming towards you, and you wrestle. You're grappling with grown men on the ground, a la Roman Greco style, right? I mean, you're sweating, you're doing this thing on the ground where like you are losing your air, you're being arm barred at all times. Somebody's actually trying to kill you. This guy is like a papillon, flying at you with like these feather fists. He's first of all, he's out of his weight class. Just that's number one. But again, he challenged him because he is disgracing China by spreading this savage MMA shit.
好，到地面就没有了，到地面就没有了。好，到地面就没有了。
So he's getting cocky, right? And he's putting his hands up like, first of all, that's not a stance that you can take. I mean, that will break immediately, especially because MMA fights and fighters especially go for the lower legs and do for the sweeps and all that kind of stuff. So automatically he's wearing sneakers, I believe, and he's wearing like the waiter outfit, right? Like this guy's like, he's overweight, sure. I kind of look like this guy, but but he's ready to go. He's like, he's agile, mobile, hostile, but this guy is like ready to take your drink order.
好，场边可以指导，是可以指导的。好，这一拳确实很快啊。好，回到原位，再次吹倒，没有关
So he
系。
smacks him in the fucking face. This just in case there's any music.
我们能够看到这个勇
Let's
士
lower
的
that
实战能力，
a ton.
实战能力，挺好，真的不错。
And here we go. He's like, you know what? All right. You fucked with me twice, big boy. Oh my God. All right. Oh my God. And again, this would just be like, I don't know, fight porn, if not for the fact that these people are like, make it their vendetta to destroy this guy's life. One more again. Oh, caught him. Guess what he said afterwards, guys? Guess what he said? Well, first of all, let's get to the oh, we're going again. All right. Oh, this is the final one. Boom. In sneakers, just beating his ass, doesn't know what to do. Can't defend himself. The shirt is out of control. No one's ever grabbed him before. And Wing Chun, you're like, do you even grab people? It's all pretty, fluid. And not that that's a bad thing, but this guy is strewn about the ground. He didn't break a sweat. Oh, he's being a dick. I'm trying to stick up for you, bro, but you're like, you can't do that. If I understand why he's doing it, but damn, these people have no respect for him. This is the extended fight. End of round one. Done. Uppercuts. Just done. No one's ever grabbed him. He's like, In all of his training in Wing Chun, has he ever like been grabbed and has been looking down the entire fight? This guy's bloody. He's done, dude. He's done. And this is how China operates. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, come on, do it. It was a draw. And I'm sorry to make that a little long, but you needed to see that. It was a fucking draw. They called it a draw. In what planet did Zhu Xiaodong lose? I mean, the Wing Chun guy got his ass handed to him. He TKO'd him like 3 times on the floor. And now dude is getting a draw. So they both put their hands up. That's how much you can't cross China. So they'll find a way. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
For those of you
All right. So let's get into this one. So this guy's Tai Chi. This guy is a Tai Chi master. And again, these are only like the cream of the crop. This is not like some dojo guy. This is like a grandmaster in Tai Chi, claiming that spiritual breathing exercise type. I wouldn't even call it a sport. It's more of an art form. Could actually be used for anything other than relaxing or hanging out at the park. But another dude puts his foot in his mouth. Like literally. So he got his fucking ass handed to him right now. Just like that.
That's all?
Right up against the wall. Again, no one is ever getting punched where they live. Where did they train that a punch is so like, what the fuck? Someone has dared punch me? Fucking kidding me. You're kidding me. So, and again, what makes me the most irritated is his excuse. It started 2 hours early. He had no time to warm up. The location was foreign to me. He's going to say the ground was wet. Everything you could possibly imagine. Quickly put my clothes on and got in the cage. Again, if you were coming out of a movie theater, buddy, fucking Dr. Evil, another waiter outfit, like, what the fuck? So, if you were coming out of the movies, dude, and some guy pushed your girl or pushed you and said, "What's up, bro?" You would have to warm up in your Tai Chi underwear until you got the blood flowing so you can, make that. None of that, even if you were not warmed up, none of that looked reactionary at all. And it was absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. The moment I stepped foot in the cage, I realized the ground was so soft and I guess I couldn't get a footing for my Tai Chi. Soft surfaces inhibit Tai Chi. I can't fight under. So that's the kryptonite, dude. That's Tai Chi kryptonite is mud. So keep that in your noodle because Tai Chi is killed, nullified by mud or soft surfaces. This is the best one. The ref had me facing the sun. Oh, man. Wouldn't you just fucking move? Wouldn't you just fucking move out of the way if he says the sun was in his eyes? The sun stays in the same position. You can move the fuck around. Move laterally, like get the sun out of your eyes. Okay. All right. So that's all. That's everything. All right, cool. No worries. I mean, these people have no shame and they think that, again, a fantasy world. Is it Kool-Aid? Is it just blind patriotism? Is it that they can't allow these arts to fail? They don't have to fail. They just don't have to be fucking combat arts, right? Okay. Let's get into one of the best bullshit guys of all time. If my boy Mixoplex is out there. Oh, by the way, let me do a plug right now. Next week, for anybody that's still here watching, next week we are doing a show just like this one, Midnight Media, but with Mixoplex. Is going to be my co-host, and we're going to be talking about old commercials. I've dug up a whole trove of old commercials. Some are pretty problematic. I'm not going to lie to you. And I need a partner for that. So I'm excited to have my first guest ever and that's going to be fun. We're going to break apart some stuff. So see you then, buddy. Everybody knows who this is. It's Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve let himself go, bro, since fucking Under Siege. Buddy. Under the lasagna. This one's on the fence for me, right? So this one's totally on the fence because this kind of art, this Aikido, right, is the kind of art where you're using your momentum and your body weight to shift so you can kind of move people out of the way. Some things could be used. I would imagine in a street fight if like another person was inebriated and they were just like kind of haphazardly coming at you, you can probably shift his weight. Or if you don't want to hurt somebody, or if you're just trying to save yourself and get the fuck out of there, evasion. I don't see that any different than juking. And if you're a football player, if you're a running back, it's a juke. It's the same kind of thing. He's using it, to clothesline people. I'm not sure how effective that would be in a real fight. However, I do have to say, when he turns your hand, that's gotta fucking hurt. But are you gonna ever get my hand like that? Now it's like, all right, come on. Everybody come at me. Uncle Steve is gonna flip you. Look at this. I mean, this now it's like, okay. At what point are people just gonna like come at you with their hands at their waist and then grab your hands and then flip? And again, they might say like, oh, this is a form, a practice. This is, uh, the basis of something else to be used in the field. I don't buy it. Not this one. Some things, yeah, but in conjunction with other things. I don't think it can be its own thing. Like I'm gonna Aikido you. Like that right there, that's used by cops, military, all types of stuff. That's absolutely true. That's hand to hand combat. That's for sure. But that, like, are we flipping or are we just? Does the flip does the flip like kind of represent the arm breaking? I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, you're so happy, dude. Uncle Steve, eat a pizza, Uncle Steve. He's like, fuck it. Yep, let me put my sandals on, bro. I'm gonna go back to the stage and I'm gonna drink 4 gallons of Southern Comfort. I don't know why. He must be an amazing dickhead to work with.
Imagine
But
getting
hilarious,
acquainted
right?
with someone who knows
All right.
martial arts, with their seemingly
Okay. So this is real. This is some people actually have the balls. Again, either this guy is fucking the most hilarious guy, the guy who's like on the stage right now. Either that guy was like in on it and he's the most brilliant Andy Kaufman type comedian that there ever was, or that guy really believes that he was doing some moves on like daytime TV. See, there's Steven back in Japan, right? And Steven was, I do have to say that Steven was the first person to teach martial arts in Japan. So that's a huge deal. That's a huge fucking deal. But where again, like George Dillman, where do you take this shit? Where are you going? You know? Where are you going? Plus, dude, the guy's been all over the place. Why? I mean, we can do a whole show on that guy. He is his ex. He was married in Japan. He left his wife, his kid in Japan. Came over here. He was married to Kelly LeBrock, I believe, and that was a rabbit hole in itself. That guy's life that he's living right now, doing all the judo shit is out of control. All right, let's get to the good. All right. All right. That's what I'm talking about right here. So this poor unsuspecting, remember I told you about the dim mak, right? Or the Hadoukens, as we call them. And this girl has learned how to harness the power of chi And now she's going to shoot a Hadouken at this, I mean, clearly a chiseled martial artist of yesteryear. The guy is a tome of wisdom. Look at him. He's got his spotter back there. Whoa, he's dead. And turned over. And turned over. See? It just lets you know. And then the telltale, I'm passed out. Gotta get revived. Nobody starts talking about like how the fuck you did that. Everybody's worried about reviving you. Everybody's like, wow, oh shit. What if you only have a shirt? What if you only have a shirt? There we go. Oh man. Ooh. There's this whole thing about like American ninjas as well. There's a whole sect of people, grown up ass motherfuckers who think they're ninjas and they ain't stealthy. They're not, they don't, it's just hilarious. Again, the whole like kung fu craze of the 70s, 80s was insane. And then what happened afterwards in the 90s, everything was ninjas, Ninja Turtles, Beverly Hills Ninja, you name it. There was a bunch of ninja stuff. It was like right after the whole Bruce Lee thing. And the 80s Chuck Norris, you know, and the and the Total Gym. The fucking Total Gym.
Bing bang.
Oh, look at this guy. Oh, he didn't even have to do anything, dude, guys. You see that? Round and round we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. When everybody gets in a line and everybody feels the chi together, let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. Wow. So many guys. And everybody in a dress. Right? That's got to be so flowy to be able to actually get into a real fight. Look at it. Look at him cranking him. He's cranking him. He's getting the most tutelage right now. he's getting the most tutelage. Oh, Skippy. Dude, he's feeling it. You know how much energy he just injected into that man's nervous system? He's got pogo vibes now. Fucking insane. That's the way you train. There's some shit coming up. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Right after this, which is enthralling, but this is when it gets dangerous, people. This is when it gets dangerous. Excuse me. This is when it gets dangerous. I am a damsel in distress, you know, as capable as I may be, just like a man. I got a gun at me, right? Same. How are we going to defuse the situation? Unreal. Did you see that tarantula-like grab and then the flip? Yes. And then cradle your legs. Oh, shit. She would not be shot in the shoulder at that point. I promise you. Guys, she wouldn't be. No, she wouldn't be shot in the shoulder, dude. Oh, that was the best one. I like how these people they decide like, no, I don't want this to be the thing. And I want to grab that from you. In that one, there was no like technical aspect. There's no, oh shit. Akimbo. I'm going to check this chick. Oh, wow. You can just grab shit akimbo and give. So, of course. Hey, have you ever been, I don't know, thought you were covering fake martial arts? I am. I definitely am. What's up, Racket Bound? I am. Do you believe that these are real martial arts where this person here, like for example, this person, do you think that he can get out of there? He just took everyone to the ground like all those people are going to lie there in a dog pile. Okay, I'm stunned. I'm done. Look at this. Everybody come together and go, how much upper arm strength do you have? God, I hope I've shown you something today. This gentleman is a danger to society and should probably be arrested immediately because he's one of the people that says, yes, this works on camera. Somebody asked him, is this effective in a fight? Like in a big, after he was challenged and all that shit didn't work on a bigger guy. And he was like, nah. And somebody asked him, does this work in real life? And he's like, oh yeah. Ken Lee. Oh yeah. Absolutely. In what world, dude? In fucking Narnia. Look, done. Oh my god, I can't even. Just look. Oh, just no. Tell me. Explain it to me. I want to have this power. I want to have swipe shoulder power to kill an attacker. Like I just want to know. I just want to know what kind of where do I have to train to just swipe someone. Now this goes pretty fast, but this guy is I'm sure somebody has seen this. This is a Russian guy who has taken a bastardization of like drunken master but like a couple of different animals I can imagine. Something with his legs. There's like a crane happening, but also a snake. But it's more like palsy to me. It's more like he's having a some kind of a conniption. Please decipher. That guy's super famous, dude. That guy's super famous because that guy's super famous because he just does that. And there has been numerous memes made of this. I mean, I've been guilty about making the fucking meme, but I mean, imagine that you think that's okay. Like, that's a thing that can be done. Imagine screaming your way out of something. I mean, you could probably get up there with some screams, maybe some guttural like, "Brah," just like you know, oh shit. I'm not expecting that kind of like bear repellent or mace. Are you okay? Is she okay? Is she okay, guys? Please check on sis. Please check on sister. Is she okay? She went to the competition. She got there. She drove herself. I bet you think pro wrestling is fake too. It's one of the realest things out there. Now, you know what? You actually have to be in fantastic shape to do pro wrestling. I mean, they are really going out there and hurting themselves. You have to have physical attributes. Look at everybody in it. You know, like very few people are just like fat for nothing. You know, like a couple of people are just like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Like, big butterbean type fuckers. But most people are chiseled. Like chicks are fucking chiseled, and you have to be an actual. I mean, is it choreographed? Sure, but in the same way that I don't know, the most killer dance in the world is choreographed, but you're like, "Fuck, that's the most killer dance ever." You know. Let's see. She's screaming like she has the worst period cramps in the world. Yeah, she is. She is. That poor girl. That poor woman. Let's take a look at her again. Let's go to the screaming girls one more time. Her face. Her mouth is huge. I wonder if that's from the training. Is the training the training? The training is making her mouth larger and larger. She has like tomorrow's training is like holding it open for like 10 hours. My dog. That's right. I heard that shit really works. And then you got homegirl here. Sis screamed her way through the entire fucking look, and she ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing. Yo, she's doing absolutely nothing. She's just grabbing. Think about it. A girl's coming at you. She's like 5'3", screaming at you. For some reason, you and your friends are in a straight line, and she's just coming towards you guys and like grabbing you by the neck and just gently tossing you. But the scream sounds so fucking legitimate, you know? Man, yeah, you're right. Pro wrestling has some really awesome aspects. Also, the drama, right? And the fact that it's a soap opera for guys. This is there's no storyline to this. This is like thousands of years ago, Tai Chi master give you, I give you amulet and you get special power. Let's see. Oh, woo fails. Let's see. All right. So coming up on it. So yeah, got about 20 minutes left, and I have some fire ones coming up now. Oh, this is the same gentleman because we have some. I mean, it's too awesome to negate. So these people. Now, there's a whole sect of people that. Let me lower this. There's a whole group of people that, again, remember we were talking about cults a little while ago. If something falls into a cult, I think this iteration of chi warriors, chi practitioners, chi ballers, chi hoarders, has the most to do with a cult. I mean, these people are just on the cusp. These people look like they drink the Kool-Aid. They're not particularly athletic. It looks like they're just pretty gullible. Like, is this something that I can maybe more like a new age thing? Like, this is gonna, I don't know, help me, sell more fucking BMWs, whatever, right? This is more like a Scientology thing than it is the actual practicing of, because there's no way you can believe that people are going to come towards you full force and not run you over, or you're going to stop them with one of your Hadoukens. No, that's the old man that gets it. So here we go. Yellowbamboo.com. These guys, not only one, this is like a mass of people coming at you. Are you getting 9 to 10 people coming at you in an alley? No worries. Get in a horse stance and throw them a fucking fireball. A mental fireball. Uh-huh. This lady for show. This lady, oh my God. This seems like the girl that just got there and they're like, oh, can I try? Can I try? And they're like, okay, guys, keep it together. Let's remember how we practice. Make sure it looks legit so she can join. We need some more, new members. And screaming. What is it screaming for? Everyone. Do you see how it's like? It's literally like, for example, this person here has been attacked before. Has had to have felt that feeling of like, get the fuck away from me. He's had to look at the force that he's like, oh my God, look at the end. Look where he's like throwing light beams at people like, you evil fucker, you die, right? But then normal beach guy comes up. Once this guy's not wearing a yellow shirt. But once beach guy comes up, he's like, yeah, let me try to cheat this for me. Cheat this up for me. Like, why are you mad, friend? Why are you so mad, friend? Exactly. Boom. It's not happening. Why are you so mad, friend? I just want to give you a hug. Why are you so mad, friend? I love you. There's George again. Yeah. There's Georgie Porgy. Some of these overlap because, I mean, it's just certain ones are good. Now, back to the beach people, right? So these people that absolutely live in a fantasy land, check this out. After, he's like, no, didn't work. Keep going. I'm a non-believer. So these people, again, back to the beach, not the yellow shirt people, which is surprising, but they believe, surprisingly, the same thing, that they can deter forces coming at you. Wow. Do you see the writhing on the floor? The writhing on the floor is to really sell it. Just like the guy who has to be turned over and woken up, because now the focus, the grift is really on with the guy who's the practitioner, right? These guys are probably just like, stand over there so I can show you the vast power that you have. I know, at least Hadoukens do work. Yeah, they work in video game characters. That's about it, bud. That's about it. But it's fun to it's fun to pretend and it's fun to believe. But if you're at the Kid Rock concert and the guy, you spilled your grape soda on his white Pumas, and now your girl's like, what the fuck, or whatever, and now you got to fight the guy. Don't use this. You're not going to be able to deter him. That's it. Look at that. You fucking asshole. Oh. You son of a bitch. All right. This is kind of graphic. Just saying. This lady drank all the Kool-Aid. Not sure what level she is what OT level she is in Scientology or whatever the fuck this is. But no manner of pressing your hands together and shaking them is going to stop the guy from coming to fucking blast you. All right. So this is fucking awesome because it's not awesome. A lady got plowed over because she believed. I don't know what she believed, but ultimately that wasn't going to happen. So, Buddy here, who's clearly the sensei here, who unlocks your magical potential for $199 a month or whatever. And so he comes, he blasts her, is instantly worried about her because he's like, oh my God, we live in America and she could possibly sue me. And then what does he do? It's fucking convulsion time to spread all the blame to all the responsibilities on you now. Isn't that fucking ridiculous? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Here we go. This is the part where I was telling you where Baldy here, the guy in the dress, the Japanese dress, he's flippity doodah with everybody, right? This guy. But this one dude came up, right? He's like, oh my God, Sensei, you're so strong with just your wrist. How dare you, right? But the reality is like, hey man, I got a brown shirt on, bro. I don't got this black dress on. So, and I don't pay you $500 a month to make me shoot ghosts out of my palms. So, and the guy's like, nah, bro. I'm wearing black, but I am not on your team. Yeah, nothing happened. And then they ask him, would this be a self-defense method that you could use? Even if the aggressor has intention to harm you, he doesn't actually love you, which that's a great way to put it. The guy was like, okay, you disrespected everything, and yes. Okay. Now he's like, all right, here, why do they put themselves out there for people to just debunk? Again, we go back to it. Delusion of grandeur, never been punched, no one's ever told me no. No one's ever just put me in my place. No one's ever punched the shit out of me, which is important, Everybody should get punched in the face at least once. It really puts you in perspective with the world because you realize that there's a lot of people who can fuck you up at any moment. What's Buddy gonna do? Everybody's so creative. You're right. Elisa Dukins do fucking. I love how the guy just passed out. Oh boy, trust me. Boom. Oh my god. Trust me. Fucking. I'm Isaac Newton your face, bitch. Bomb. Let's just keep showing it. That was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed a brief introduction. Well, we took a little bit of a dive. Hopefully somebody out there learned something or you guys laughed. I'll leave you with this. Delusion. Never been punched in the face. A bunch of yes men around you. I mean, first of all, I want this job. I'm going to be smart enough never to have anyone challenge me or challenge anyone, but I want this fucking job. I want to fucking paint, swirls in the fucking, I want to play with and dance with ghosts while people flip around me at my will. What a fantastic life. I mean, I would just make people flip at will at any time in the grocery store. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'll leave you with that so you can ponder it. And if you're a student, what's the reward? In your heart, you know that this is not real, that force is not moving you. Do you do it just to get ahead? Do you do it just to get the belt? It's hard to. Is it psychological? At one point, it's got to be psychological. If Tai Chi kids are going to Zhu Xiaodong's house and, segregating him and like not letting him leave and like giving him a hard time, it goes beyond just like, you know what, I'll flip for sensei today. It's more like, this guy, tell me how high to jump, and that's kind of scary. So that's pretty much our show for today. Yo, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you later. Thanks.